Good morning, Rio Grande Valley. We're at the National Weather Service, tracking a little bit more of this weather that's coming our way. With me here is Joshua. Joshua, tell us a little bit about, first off, yourself and what you do here at the National Weather Service.
Sure. My name is Joshua Schrader, and I'm the Science and Operations Officer here at the National Weather Service in Brownsville, serving the Rio Grande Valley in Deep South Texas.
We're all looking at this rain. We're all tracking it. Can you tell us a little bit about what we should expect in the next couple of days?
Yes, absolutely. So we've got a trough of low pressure moving ashore from the Gulf of Mexico today. It has not developed into a tropical depression as we thought, possibly it could, but it still has a chance to bring pretty widespread rainfall totals of maybe 2 to 4 inches across the entire area, with some areas certainly seeing more than that, maybe even up to 6 to 8 inches in some spots.
And earlier today, I had a few phone calls from some of the people at the station. Some people worried about, wind that may be coming our way. Is wind a strong factor people should be worried about?
Wind is not a really big worry with this system. Again, I want to stress the threat from flooding rainfall. When the hurricane hunters went out to investigate this disturbance yesterday afternoon, they only found the strongest winds are about 25 miles per hour. So you still could certainly see some gusty winds near those thunder showers, but the focus is definitely on the heavy rain for this event.
If you guys are just joining us now on Facebook, we're with the National Weather Service. If you guys have any questions, please let us know what you would like to know. In the meantime, you do have some flooding predictions. Do you mind sharing some of that with us right now?
Yes, no problem. So maybe a little hard to see on this map, but overall, this is a forecast of additional precipitation expected over the next 48 hours through about early Sunday morning. These contours are, every 1.5 to 2 inches. Here in the lower valley, on average, somewhere between, 1 and 2 inches, generally speaking. But again, in places where the storms pass over the same area, we could see, 4, 5, 6 inches in a few spots. And the problem with that is, everybody knows, is that we've had several days of pretty heavy rainfall going back to the beginning of this week. As you can see on this map, this is the kind of the radar estimated precipitation over the last 7 days, and kind of some areas in Hidalgo County, including just west of McAllen, have seen 8 to 10 inches or more, or even more of rainfall in the last week. So the soils are very saturated. There's really nowhere for that additional rainfall to go, so it just runs off and creates flooding.
One thing that's very important is that, it's not just the rain that's coming our way. The flooding is a major, problem out here. Do you have any recommendations for some of the people at home?
Sure. We hope people took advantage of the opportunity to prepare. Utilize those sandbags that a lot of the communities have been distributing over the last day or so. And make sure you have safe travel plans. If you're out and about and you see standing water, or especially flowing water, please turn around, don't drown, as we say. Don't try to drive through that standing water.
Absolutely. Also, another thing National Weather Service likes to mention is the categories are not necessarily as important as the damage some of the rains can bring.
Yeah, absolutely. As we like to say during tropical season, there's more to the story than the category. And in this case, of course, it wasn't a hurricane, so it didn't actually have a category 1, 2, or anything like that. But in this case, it wasn't even a tropical depression, which is kind of the lowest grade tropical cyclone. But we're still looking at a pretty significant threat of some flooding rain.
What about earlier this week? How many inches of rain have we had, and how many more are predicted?
Sure. So in some spots, we've actually had since early Monday morning, actual measured from rain gauges, 7 to 10 inches of rainfall at a few of our, measurement sites across the valley. And like I said, overall, we can expect an average of maybe 2 to 4 more inches of rain through Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And in some spots, maybe even 6, 7 inches if we get storms, repeatedly passing over the same spot.
If you guys are just joining us now, if you guys have any questions for the National Weather Service regarding the upcoming rain that's coming, let us know down here in the comment section. Any safety tips for people planning to travel?
Sure, just make sure, check your local forecast. Go to weather.gov and you can get the local forecast for pretty much any community in the country you might be passing through. Plan your travel routes, make sure you're safe out there on the roads.
Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, I think that's about all for now.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Stay tuned right here on Facebook. That's for RGV Proud as well. And of course, the National Weather Service. They are a very good tool, especially right here in the Rio Grande Valley. They are our friends. Not just they communicate not just with our local media. They communicate with every agency out here, state, local. You name it, they're talking to everyone because, of course, their mission is to protect life and properties. Yes,
Absolutely.
and they are definitely doing the best they can to make sure that we are all safe. Also, we're covering very different topics as well. Earlier today, I spoke with Cameron County. They are talking a little bit about some of pandemic spreading and what to do with disease. Someone just asked us how much rain should we be expecting by Monday?
By Monday, it's a little hard to say. Like I said, kind of on average, 2 to 4 inches through Sunday. There are some indications, we'll start to dry out just a little bit Sunday and especially into early next week. We're back to kind of the typical, summertime sea breeze pattern of, just 20-30% rain chances every day.
So most of the rain we're going to be seeing, it's going to be, I guess, today, tomorrow, and Sunday?
Yeah, today, tomorrow, even into tomorrow night, as we've seen a couple times this week now, the heaviest rains tend to form up during the overnight hours.
If someone is scheduling any major events, maybe like maybe a football game or some outing outdoors, should they be worried for the rains?
It depends on your activity. I mean, you should certainly be aware. Some activities can tolerate rain. I know some of the football games around the area have been kind of moved to either last night or Saturday night to avoid kind of the worst of the storm. And we encourage people to take necessary precautions like that. And also to be careful, we're particularly concerned about people traveling to these events. They're out there on the roads, and sometimes those urban areas, especially along the expressways and frontage roads, are the first ones to flood. We do get heavy rain.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, sir. We really do appreciate everything you guys are doing here. Again, guys, if you really do take anything from this, is try to be careful on the roads. Try to stay safe. There's more to the rain, to the storm than just a category, and of course, safety is key, guys. Thank you guys very much. Have a wonderful day. We'll have more coming up at 5 and 10. And of course, stay tuned right here on KVEO's social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We're all over the place today. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.